Baby. And
Yeah.
we are live. Y'all understand how excited I am. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know what it do. This is Odell Bazell. But today, Freestyle Fridays. Oh, busy right quick with my main man, JK, Justin Kyle. See, a lot of you all, especially those that are on my Facebook, y'all know Justin. A lot of y'all know Justin. But what you don't know, y'all don't know JK.
I
A
should have
lot of
put
y'all.
I should have put that as my name right there.
Oh, it's all good. A lot of y'all don't know JK, and y'all know I've been, talking about the music and all the stuff that I'm gonna be dropping. But I ain't told y'all. Last week y'all met D Lloyd, y'all met Al, y'all met the part of BFAM, but you were missing JK. David Jackson, boy, that's a
On
blast
Big
from the
Jack.
past, man. That's a blast from the past. But um y'all ain't met all of B fam, and maybe D Lord will come through. But this dude right here is, if I had to write a book about my life, which I have before, you need to check it out, by the way. But if I had to write a book about my life, I couldn't write it without this guy right here. Justin Kyle, JK, literally like a brother from another mother, literally. But Justin also is one of those people, y'all, that he inspired me to rap. And it's the craziest thing. But the sleepovers when we were younger, used to always come over
Yeah.
there. I still
Yeah.
remember Justin was in the shower, I'm in his room and watching TV, and I just hear him just rapping. And I'm thinking it's like at that time we were listening to Busta Rhymes heavy, we were listening to Outkast heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's something that I ain't never heard before from Andre or Busta or Big Boy or something. And so Justin gets out the shower, and I'm like, "Yo, what was that? Like, that was hot." He was like,
That's
"That
me.
was that was me." I was like,
That's
"What
me
you
right
mean?
there.
What you mean?" It was like that was me. Like, I was rapping, and I was like, "Nah, that couldn't have been you."
Yeah, it was me. All
but,
bars.
but yeah, that started it, man. That really started it, and of course, there wasn't BFAM. See, people they hearing about BFAM now, but that they ain't hear it. They ain't hear about H&A.
Prospect Entertainment, PE, we go hard.
Prospect Entertainment. Yes, that is Justin. Yes,
It is.
that is Justin. That is.
Hi.
Um, I know he be hiding, y'all. He be there, but so what's exciting is that we went through all those iterations. So Prospect Entertainment, we just doing cover tracks. We recording with From. Shout out to Jason From.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And then we went away from the music. And before I really pulled Justin into the conversation, one thing that I remember us talking about when we were at State was we're really good rappers, but we don't want that grind.
Right.
Like, we don't want that grind to be artists. We don't want to be. I mean, at the time, I was with Sierra, obviously, and you had a steady girlfriend at the time. It's like, yeah, I don't want all that life. We don't want all of that. So let's just focus on getting this money over here, and then when we really make the money, then we'll just come back and kind of sponsor ourselves.
Yeah.
Um, all of that. Yes, of
Of
course.
course.
Of course. Of
Of
course we
course.
remember those freestyle battles,
The
man.
tally,
We
yeah,
met.
DJ
We
and his
met Ninth
tally, all of
Wonder.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that, man. But so JK, man, I appreciate you, man.
No doubt,
How's
man.
it feel now that we about to drop Greatness Over Fame? How's it feel to you? Like, looking at all that stuff, bringing all that stuff out now.
Man, well, I mean, we talk all the time. I ain't seen this dude since high school. We talk all, yeah, I got like a little bit of facial hair now, but we talk all the time about how good we are. And I say that in the most humble way that I can. But I feel like now is a good time to start dropping the music because it has substance, it has relevance. Yeah, I think it's something that a lot of people that can connect to, and quite frankly, we can still do it. It's not one of those things where it's something that I could do when I was younger, like maybe play a sport, and now all of a sudden I fall off. I feel like my mind is a lot sharper. I feel like how I connect the dots with the lyrics from one verse to the next, and kind of how it all meshes together is something that I've gotten better at over time, and to I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to just sit down and put my thoughts to paper in a way that's creative, and kind of challenge myself to be able to convey a message in a way that I think is something that people will connect to. So I enjoy it. It gets better with age, in my opinion.
For sure, man. Cause we used to H&A, she's touching on me,
Hey,
that's the
listen, I could we some of the stuff that was in that. And
wow. Like a part of it, bro, like I'm kind of glad we didn't pop. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I'm
I was
kind of
very
glad we didn't, because I would not have been the man that I am today. I would not.
no. Some of the stuff that we was talking about back then, um, I can't say that I would feel 100% proud of today, because it was more commercial. It was more about things that it was kind of like you were rapping like a rapper would rap. What's good,
Right.
my friend? It's kind of like you were rapping like a rapper would rap about things that's not real, things that are fabricated or hyperboles of your life. And now I feel like we rap about things that are actually accurate and true. And it's something that my daughter listens to. I mean, she's black and blue for the ego bruise, in the car to go to pre-K. So
Right.
it's something I'm proud of, a lot more proud of now than I can say back from those green notebook days on the airplanes.
Yeah, man. Cause like we have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids could not have listened to that. Like I would not have
Nah,
wanted them to
nah.
listen to the stuff that we did. But man, I'm really excited for those of y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Go to allbarsmatter.com, and kind of like when I was in that apologetics phase of my religious walk,
Yeah.
where they would be like, always be prepared to give an answer if somebody, challenges the gospel or something like that. I'm always prepared. That's why we say all bars matter. Like go to allbarsmatter.com, put in your email. The album drops on Tuesday, right after Memorial Day. Put in the email, you get free music, and then you get to listen to it, and you get to see for yourself, like, is this really good or not? And then if you don't think it's good, then you don't have to worry about getting it. But I want to talk about a couple of tracks before we ask like some music. So what you call it? Musicality, musical, whatever. Uh,
Musicality. It's a real word. Look it up. I ain't got time.
but before we get into like the actual music, um, Greatness Over Fame is a compilation. It's gonna be volume 1 coming out Tuesday. Volume 2 is coming out on Juneteenth. Um, what's your favorite, like, from what they'll be listening to? What is your favorite 1 or 2 tracks where it's like, yo, y'all gotta listen to this one?
So we talked about putting signed on volume one, right? We're putting signed on volume one, and that's, to me, that's one of those things that really give us the opportunity to express our lyrical capability. I know sometimes, especially those that might know us from back in the day, you might be like, "Oh, that's Justin Odell that sold candy," But when you really hear us rap, and I think if you just listen to it blindly, you would really see that there's some talent there. And I'd be surprised if there's some folks that didn't like it. Take Care is another, just for me, it's just another classic because of what it represents. I mean, that was, to me, that was like when we, for lack of better terms, leveled up. I mean, we had some stuff, and we've done some things before, but that really, I think, took it over the top. And the complete package of that song is just is fantastic to me. So those two would be something I think people should pay attention to. But there's a ton more. I mean, I all of them are like favorites. I mean, we got Time, and so some of these you'll hear across other volumes. And if you decide to purchase more music, but Time, Dreams, church, broken skies, reviews. I mean, all of this
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Al
that's right. The turning point. It really
Take
did feel like
Care.
the
Yeah.
turning point. Take Care felt like the turning point.
It really did, and I think for me the music is, and I was talking to one of my clients that also listens to our music. I said like BFAM music is like that riding music,
Yeah,
like the music that you listen to when you're cutting the grass. That music
yes.
that where it's like, yo, that's hot. Whoa, what are they talking about? What are they thinking about? Um, and let's go ahead and jump into Miss Portia said play something.
Ah, you
we
gotta go to All Bars Matter for that.
you gotta go to All Bars Matter, Miss Portia. But so first I want you to explain your top five. So we're talking
Oh
about top five. We did top five last week with me,
yeah.
Al, and Darius. And Darius might hop on in a few. But when you say top five,
Yeah.
you're saying this is your favorite five rappers to listen to the most
Yeah.
versus these are the greatest rappers. I think that's an important
Yeah.
distinction.
Yes. When you first posed the question to me, and we had these conversations all the time, but to me, the top five doesn't necessarily represent the greatest of all time. Because I mean, when you're talking about greatest of all time, you got to include all time. And then you got to start factoring in all the era, you got to factor in the context, you got to factor in how it affected the hip hop movement and all of that. And that's not really what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about top five. When I'm thinking about top five, I'm thinking about if I've got to listen to anybody, who am I going to go grab? So Kendrick and Cole are the top of the list, mostly because they are kind of the jack of all trades. But if I were to categorize those two individuals, I would categorize them as bars and then something that you can think about, like an introspection. So if I just want something that I can dig into, but also something that's going to sound good to the ear, something that is creative, then I'm going to go to Kendrick and Cole. I'm gonna listen to Kendrick. I'm gonna listen to Cole. I'm gonna listen to anything that they're really on, and you can see how much they've done. And I think they're currently relevant. I've got Loaded Lux on here and Cassidy. Now, some people that might be listening to this live or hearing it a little bit later on or seeing it later on, you might not know who Loaded Lux is, and he's not really a commercial rapper. Okay, yeah, I see you, Al. He's not really a commercial rapper. He's got some projects out there. He's kind of underground, but on the battle scene, he is a beast. He is a monster. So I put Cassidy and Loaded Lux in this second group of individuals of like bars and charisma or bars and aggression. If you ever, anybody that likes rap and you've never really looked at battle rap, you should go check out some Loaded Lux battles or some early Cassidy freestyles and battles because those two guys almost make you want to rap. Like the wordplay and putting things together, it's like, I want to do that. I want to be able to start throwing these bars out and making it so that you put it all together. So you've got like bars and introspection, you've got bars and kind of like charisma or aggression. And the reason why I put Drake here as well, you got Drake as a question mark here, is because my fifth spot is really a revolving door. It depends on what I'm looking for. Like I've been listening to Toby Nwigwe quite a bit. He does work really well, and then it made me think about, well, who does he sound like? And he sounds like Outkast. And like Odell told you, we were heavily influenced by Outkast back in the day. AT Aliens, Aquemini, Busta Rhymes. Some of you all might be watching this might remember when we used to rap old Busta Rhymes verses back in high school, just like, hey, yo, just spit that Busta Rhymes verse in the hallway right before we go to class. But this last spot is I put Drake in this last spot because he can do so many things. If you want something that's going to make you think about yourself and your life, listen to Drake. If you want just some bars that is like, wow, that's impressive how he put all that together, Drake's got something for you. If you want collaborations with popular artists, Drake's got something for you. If you want something that you can play in the club or something that you can pay, and I don't go to the club, but I mean something that's relevant where you can hear it out and about with people. He has music that you can hear and think about personally, but he also has music that sounds good when you're out and about, almost like the background. So I would put him there because I get a lot of value out of listening to his music and all of his projects over the years.
Well, see, I don't want to seem like I am anti-Drake. That's one thing that a
Look,
lot of
I already
people,
know. I
it's
already
like,
know.
because I will be transparent in saying that if I don't study an artist,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have much to say about them.
Sure.
And that's Christina
But,
said Drake has too much.
but see, I see that. But see, sometimes we like that. Sometimes you just got to listen to what he's saying, and it's like, you know what? I might be able to relate to some of that.
Well, and I asked this question because it has been questioned.
Oh, I already, yeah.
That Drake he gets ghostwriting. So it hasn't been confirmed. It's been questioned, right?
I've seen people
It's been
say that about
questioned.
Kendrick too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and with that the case, let's bring on
Darius.
D Lloyd. What's
D
going on,
Lloyd,
man?
what's good, buddy?
Can
What's
you
up?
hear us?
What's going on? What's going on?
Ain't
Can you
nothing,
hear
bro.
us?
Where are you at, Oy?
I am at my house.
Yeah, boy. Yes, sir.
I'm in my house. You don't recognize it?
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know your niece plays the piano. You know that.
Yeah, Darius with the hilarious commentary. I love it.
You know she does. But anyway, we're just talking about ghostwriting. And so JK first, D, let me show you this.
Okay.
Kendrick and Cole, that's his top 5, right?
Oh, so y'all both got cast.
Oh yeah. Cass heavily influenced me, man. It's bright like ambulance lights. Listen, bars.
Drake.
But
Drake.
Drake. And so then we like it hasn't been confirmed from what I know that Drake is he benefits from ghostwriting. But whether he does or not, like, and Justin was just answering the question, like, are ghostwriting rappers just as good?
No, you see, we've had this conversation internally, but not
Right, not publicly. The people want to know.
So I write all my stuff, right? I know Adele writes all of his stuff. I know Darius writes all of his stuff. To me, ghostwriting it takes away. That would be deductions or demerits to your overall value or your overall point scoring. All right. And I've said that to a lot of different people, and I get the response that, oh, well, singers don't write their own music. Singers don't, people write songs for singers all day long. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but many people listen to singers differently than they listen to rappers. People listen to singers because of the melody and the melodic nature of how it sounds to their ears. Rapping is more so about how you put the words together, more so about the creativity of the message that you're trying to describe. And unless you're somebody like a Young Thug or something like that just has a different sound, I think what separates songs from rapping is that your bars actually matter, because all bars do matter. Shameless plug right there. But your bars actually matter. And if it's not you putting those words together, then I respect more the person that put the words together, not the person that's performing it. Versus singing, anybody can sing, but everybody doesn't sound good doing it.
So Darius, jump in there. What you think?
Ghostwriting. Are ghostwriting rappers just as good? Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards what Justin said. I'm gonna say no. But there's a caveat, because this kind of comes about because of Drake. I do think Drake is a good.
Yeah.
I think he is a good rapper when he writes his stuff. I don't know what songs or verses were written for him, but I think when he writes his own stuff, he's a good rapper. But in general, a rapper having a ghostwriter, I don't know, it's like one of the 10 commandments, man, of rap. Like you write your own stuff.
And this is something, and I'm glad that David said that, because I just found out, not recently, but like I would say the last couple years, that Kanye, like a lot of his stuff, earlier stuff especially, wasn't just his words. So my take is this. I'm with the consensus, and I'll say this first. If you do benefit from ghostwriting, that doesn't mean that you're trash.
Correct.
Because you do still have to deliver it. You do still have to, and in a lot of ways, it's kind of harder because you didn't write that. It's kind of like you're acting a little bit.
You know who's a perfect example of this?
Who? Easy E. Yeah, right. Perfect. So Easy E, that's a perfect comparison, because Cube wrote all that stuff. And so Easy E actually lived it though.
True, yeah.
So it's like that. I think it doesn't, but in the end, are they just as good as rappers? If I found out that Biggie, that Diddy ghost wrote half of
that would affect you.
That he would no longer be in my top 5 or greatest of all times. He wouldn't. If I found out that Nas, he ain't really write that, it would hit me different. So just as good, I would say no. But you can still be great. Like you're just, because it's something personal, man. Like in dreams, when I say you know, the black John Stockton, the skinny Karl Malone, like
getting more money got me thinking like Al Capone.
Getting more money got me thinking like Al Capone. Like that's a very personal bar, because I'm talking about me and Justin, like us being a duo, and then like as I've come up, you know, income wise, it's like, dang, these taxes.
Yeah, real.
Like, and sure, that thought could have been put in my head or somebody could have presented it to me, but it's just not the same personally. But again, if Drake or whoever, if you benefit from ghostwriting, I think ghostwriting is different than saying, hey, on this part, if you just pause and let the beat catch up and do that, that's different.
That's completely different. That's
different
like producing. That's production.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not saying that. But I want to get to this question it's not on here. But when people buy the music, because we're doing all this promotion, we want you all to go to All Bars Matter. We want you all to download the music. We want you to listen to it. What do you want the people to get from it? Like, Darius, I'll start with you. Like, because when you listen to music, is a very personal thing to you. You listen to it when you're in different moods. Like when they download the BFAM stuff, what do you want them to get?
Man, I want them to have very attentive ears and to like really just hear how lyrical we are.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but obviously we have messages in our verses. So I want them to grasp like exactly what we're saying too. And I think it's a double-edged sword. Like if you catching the bars and you're catching a message.
Got it. What about you, JK?
Grab your shovel, because there's some gems to find, and there's some gems to find in the bars. Like Darius was saying, when you listen to us rap, I think if you're listening to us passively, it's gonna sound good to you. Al, the beats, dope, you know, and the way that we ride the beat, I think it matters a lot. But as Darius said, if you're listening with a more attentive ear, you're going to be able to find some jewels in there that will really maybe shock you, especially if you know us personally. You'd be like, oh, I didn't really know that. And I think you might appreciate, I think you will appreciate the talent level of how creatively we put that together. I really do.
Yeah, I want to remind people that, you know, music is language to the soul.
Mm-hmm.
So like whatever you put in like your music, whatever we put in our music, like our souls are speaking to your soul. Which is another reason why I'm like we wrote it, is it comes from us. When you think of a song like Broken Skies, especially at this time, like the sky really does feel like it's falling on certain days. So like Broken Skies, that song, and you know, Sierra singing on the hook,
It's beautiful.
it's like, yo, I feel like I can't go too high, so we got to break up. That could mean a relationship. That could mean a situation. That could mean so many different things. So I think like we have songs. So listen to those. I think our stuff is more, and I said it a little earlier in the interview, it's more like riding music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the song, there's not the type of stuff you will listen to turn up to. You know, we got legacy in there, you know, we got we got a couple things, but it's not something you're gonna turn up to. I think we would have, like, if 100 people listen, like 85 would like it. You know what I'm saying? Like 85 would be like, yo, this is actually pretty good. And at least half would love it. I mean, that's just what I think. So go to allbarsmatter.com, and the way it's gonna look when you go, we're going to say this, and I'll kind of end the interview on this, or start to end it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for commenting. But it's gonna say the greatest collection or the greatest collaboration of lyricists since. Like, and I just let you feel that in, because there've been a lot of great rap duos. There've been a lot of, you know, groups, but from my studies, from my research, I don't know, outside of, I will say this because I'm being humble right now. I'm being humble right now. In the next couple minutes, I'm not. But high society, like Swoop, Show, and what, Natalie? I know she's going by her.
Yeah, Natalie Warren.
Yeah, she's going by her name now. But besides them, and help me, like, I don't know, because greatest, like JK said this earlier, D. He said greatest of all time is different than like top 5. Like the greatest. Yeah. So am I saying that we're as good as Outkast or you know, something like that? No, I'm not saying that we're as great as them. Would I put my bars up against Big Boys, not Andres, up against, my bars against Big Boys? Listen. Would I put my bars against? I would put my bars against Big Boys. I would put y'all's 2 bars together against Andres.
Andre 3 stacks, man.
He just got a different dude, man.
Yeah, man.
But what do y'all think? Like, if the greatest collection of lyricists, do y'all think we up there? Be honest. Be real.
I'm trying to think of something real quick.
Yeah, think of some.
I don't know if you, Odell, have ever listened to Slaughterhouse. Have you, JK?
Yeah. It's Royce.
So
Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse. Yeah, we can be in there, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of something.
The thing for me is like you say, when you talk about bars, right? You're talking about what you're saying, you're talking about how you're saying it, and you're talking about the next part that you're connecting it to, right? And I feel like what we do well that is not as common as people might want to acknowledge, if they're being honest with themselves, is that, yeah, we can have one-liners, but you can pick it, like you asked us to, you know, get snippets, right? And when we really started listening to 10 seconds and 30 seconds and 45 seconds of verses, you start to realize, wait a minute, I don't want to just do this snippet, because what I'm saying in this snippet is going to carry over into the next snippet. And if I don't capture all of it, you're going to miss the essence of what I'm saying. So when we're talking about getting that shovel, just listen. Just listen, because I promise you, whether you're biased or not, I promise you, if you take an unbiased listen to the verses and to the bars, you're gonna see double, triple entendres in there and things that you can connect to. It's not like gonna be over your head where it's like, what was that dude talking about? It's gonna be like, oh, I got it, and I like the way that it was said.
They said only God could judge me, but now this dude in the gavel,
yeah, ugly.
this dude in the road got a gavel, ugly. Sentence with no punctuation, no time for travel.
Feelings and my head hurts. I need an Advil. Yeah,
Like,
oh yeah.
I'm telling you. So I'll end on this. Who's the best rapper out of all three of us? Because people are gonna listen. People are gonna listen, and then they're gonna be like, okay, reviews. Like, and I don't even remember which one's on volume 1 and which one's on volume 2.
Yeah, it's so many. We talk. Yeah.
They're gonna listen to reviews and they're gonna be like, yo, JK hit him up. Whoa, JK started it off. JK on the hook, man. But then they're gonna get to my verse, which is in the middle, which is usually the punk verse, right? It was usually the one
that's not true.
But no, I mean most of the time, like, but I say I pass with flying colors. Roy G. Biv in the cockpit. Boy, we big. No team could stop this. Like, that's in reviews. So who the best between us?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like I'm better than all of you. No, I'm playing. I feel like, seriously, we've had this conversation many times. To me, Darius is like that dude that humbles you, because every time that you think, man, I killed that, Darius makes you realize you got another level. Go ahead. Say who you think.
Yeah, Christina. Say who you think. Say who you think. Because listen, I'll let Darius go last. Darius makes me upset.
Yes.
He makes me upset because he is. I always say this. I'm the third best. That's what I say. I'm the third best. And it's very difficult for me to say that because I am a very competitive person. But I know my lane. I know what my rapping ability is for what I've put into it. And bar for bar, again, I put my stuff up against anybody. Bar for bar. Like, if you just look at the lyrics, well, Christina said Darius too. Listen, Darius, I think it's a consensus in the group that we think that Darius is a better rapper. But hear what I'm about to say though. As far as if you're looking at it from a 30,000 foot view,
30,000 foot.
If you're looking at that airplane, you all the way up here.
If you're looking at it from on high, if you're looking at it from up there, if you're looking at it from whose stuff am I gonna get the quickest, it's me. If you're looking at it from that perspective, like, you're gonna get you're gonna understand what I'm saying and the lyrics quicker. But
yeah, I can see that.
If you're looking at like me hearing it and then going back and then piecing it together, they got it. Like, and for me personally, I don't think it's close. But I think me and Justin, we did the D Wade taking LeBron to vacation and saying, look, you got the juice, bro. Yeah. Like, you're really good. But Darius, what you think though?
I'll use a comparison because I was just writing the other day, and the line was something like, "You called me the LeBron James."
Yeah.
I said I'm probably more like KD. And if I'm KD, JK would be Steph. Oh, you would be Clay because you just a straight shooter. It's gonna be you know exactly what you get. Straight shooting.
Yeah.
Dribbles, just straight shooting. So yeah, I would say with me being KD, I'm probably the more diverse. as far as like how I try to structure my lines and like how I try to switch up the style. But then there's JK, who is just like a poet through and through, and it's just
I'm kind of like a combination of y'all two. It's kind of like I feel like I'm in between y'all two, because there's times where I'll say something, it's like, yep, caught that right off the bat, I get it. And then there's times where I'm more in that Darius lane where it's like, it sounded good, what is he talking about though? And then when you start to study it and you start to break it down, you're like, wow, oh, I have it. And I would say that there's so many double entendres that permeate throughout our verses that I think you'll like everybody. It really just depends on your style. Like, oh, you do a lot of ad libs. You know what I mean? Like you are doubling down on your ad libs almost always. Me and Darius don't do ad libs as much, and it's, if you just listen to it and listen to it and listen to it, I really feel like you'll gain an appreciation for all three of our styles, and it's really going to come down to personal preference for who you like better. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
We love you too, Christina.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Too. Make sure again, y'all go to allbarsmatter.com. Download the music. Greatness Over Fame is coming out Tuesday. I'm really proud. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to do life with my brothers from another mother. Freestyle Friday. We'll see how it goes. But thanks so much, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend.
Peace.